This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Welcome back to the show. We are excited to have the Nutty real estate professor joining us. That's right, the man himself joining us, Rick Suarez. How are you today?
Very good, very good. Happy to be here. Thank you for the interview. Much appreciated.
Well, I'm excited to talk to you. I love what you do. You're helping so many people, pass the Florida real estate exam and get their license and so much more. So first and foremost, please introduce yourself to everyone. Thank you.
Well, my name is Rick Suarez. I am the creator of the Nutty Real Estate Professor. It is a site that helps agents that are having students that are having a hard time passing their real estate course, and I come in and guide them through the process of not only passing the state course, which is it's very challenging to pass it, whether you are a agent or a broker. But then I help them and guide them through the process of the entire real estate business itself. I guide them, I train them, I show them, and so forth. I
Got
also
it.
do this exact same thing for brokers.
Awesome. Now, I know you always had a passion for real estate, so you always knew you wanted to sell homes. So let's go back a little bit. Give us that backstory, where you're from, and really what got you into real estate, and it got you, what gave you that bug?
I tell you, I when I was young, I had a video store. I was 19 years of age, and this is before Blockbuster. I had my own video store. I was an entrepreneur. I always wanted to work for myself. At one point, I decided to sell it, and I hired a real estate company. And I never forget those words when he looks at me and said, "You need to be selling real estate." And that said, you know what? I've never looked into it. I thought it was the training and the education was a lot longer than I anticipated. I looked into it. I got into it. I got the bug at the very young age of 21 years of age, and 30 plus years. I'm still here selling homes and helping people achieve their dreams.
Beautiful. And where did you grow up, by the way?
I grew up in Miami, Florida. I lived here my entire life. And I'm still here. Now I was in Miami, now I live in Palm Beach.
Beautiful. And I love that you say that real estate is, truly a career, not just a job. And I can imagine what you've seen in your time doing this, right? From the highs, from the lows, and just currently, tell us a little bit about the real estate market. I'm just curious in Florida, what's happening now? Give us a little overview.
I will tell you, we're in a buyer's market in most of Florida. The thing about real estate that is centralized. So what it means is that it's local in nature. You have the tri-counties, Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach. Their prices are being held very steady. You go to the West Coast, they're having troubles. Naples, Cape Coral, Orlando, Ocala. They're having issues trying to keep up with the sales. Too much inventory right now, but that is soon to change. You have 9 million buyers on the fence, just waiting for the interest to drop below five or at five. When they come to the market, all inventory will be swept up.
Interesting. I know here I'm in New York, right? And it's just like the market's so hot. It's so hard to get a home. They're so expensive. It's just insane. And it's like, I wish I knew now what I knew then. I would have invested. And do you also do like flipping homes and stuff as well?
Absolutely. I am involved in flipping. Obviously, the best for the people that are out there looking for flips, I'll tell you this, the best deals are in the hands of agents because people
Beautiful.
come to us first, they want to sell, and then a lot of times that product would never make the market. We have an investor already waiting, or we buy it ourselves and we flip it ourselves.
Beautiful. Thanks so much. All right, well, let's get started. And I know, for example, you want to talk a little about the exam preparation products you offer. So let's start there.
Okay, sure. I offer a multitude of exam preparations. I am a, professor at a school, so I teach there. And in the process of teaching, I've learned that a lot of agents, like 50% of students do not pass the state test. So I develop my own study guides. I wrote my own personal notes. I started to share them with students. They loved it. So I went ahead and created a website where you can actually buy them. We have subscriptions in case you don't want to purchase, or you can purchase the items. It's totally up to you. And I help guide them through the entire process of passing the state test. If they could have self-paced, which is the courses themselves, or they could spend some time with me. I tutor via Zoom, just like we're having our meeting here. I will tutor the students via Zoom, and we will go through the process of passing the state test.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Well, this is exciting to talk about. And then also, it's like you talk a little bit about the customer satisfaction portion of why are people coming to you? Let's talk about this 100% guarantee.
Well, yeah, the 100% guarantee. I've had it now for 3 years. I've never had anybody ask for a refund. I think in the whole 3 years, one person asked for a refund, and that's about it. I offer it because I know who I am. I know my product. I know what I stand behind. And being a professor in the business itself, I know exactly what students need. So my product is very detailed to them. And never ever have I had anybody request a refund other than that one guy.
Wow, amazing. Well, this is impactful. You offer the real estate office training as well. There's a lot of different, what would you say sets you apart? I know there's still more that you want to talk about as far as the foundational training programs and all, and how you're really equipping new agents with these essential skills. If we can talk about some of that.
Well, see, the what sets me apart is I myself a sell real estate. When I got into this business, and I'll tell you, when I got into this business, I was taught the very basics of the business. That's it. I was taught the basics, how to work this, and that. I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to write a contract. I didn't know how to negotiate anything. What did I do? I applied myself. I worked the business. I worked the basics. I worked what I was taught. And I went from being a nobody in an office to being one of the top producers in that office. And then every other office I went to, I became the top producer. I decided to open up my own company. I became a broker at a very young age. I believe I was 29 when I became a broker. And I said to myself, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat myself based
Hmm.
on what I was taught when I first started, and I became a top producer. And that's been the basis of my entire training through the last 30 plus years. I teach based on what I did, how I did it, and going forward. Now, obviously, 30 plus years ago, we didn't have internet, we didn't have cell phones.
Yeah.
So it was a different system, but I have adapted it to today's technology.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for that. And also, I just want people to realize, the work that you're doing, you mentioned, all this digitally. Are you doing in person, all digitally video lessons as well? Is there a combination?
I do both. I train a lot via Zoom. I also do personal training for real estate companies. I will go to a real estate company. I
Wow.
have several companies that I go to on a weekly basis, and I actually train their agents how to be successful in this business. I am now developing a whole new system where we're going to bring in multiple real estate companies coming to me instead of me going to one real estate company at a time and another real estate company at a time and another real estate company at a time. I'm going to have them all come to me, and then I just train all their agents at one time via Zoom. And this is being, I'm developing this product, and it should be ready to be launched in sometime in January. We're going to approach, there's over 100,000 real estate companies in the state of Florida, and we're going to approach each and every single one of them and offer, hey, why are you trading your agents? Go sell. Let me be your trainer. Let me train your agents. I would train them from all the marketing to all the contracts. I would teach them exactly what they need to do to be successful. And that's it. That's the product that I want to offer come in January. And we're putting that together very slow, very slowly, but for sure, I should be ready by January 1st.
Beautiful. And let me ask, how did you get the name, the Nutty real estate professor? Where did this come from?
Can I tell you, I have a hard time remembering that. I do know. I think at the time maybe I was. I maybe what I was thinking about the Eddie Murphy
Yes,
movie,
I remember.
The Nutty Professor, and I think I believe I was looking at it and I said, "Oh, let me add real estate." Let me add real estate. So I did. I added real estate and I called myself the Nutty Real Estate Professor. And it catches on. It really do. A lot of people love it. They love the logo. And we do get a lot of attention because of the name.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. And let me ask, there's so much that you all have to offer. And I love that there's that 100%, guarantee. Let's talk even about you have your own store with a whole bunch of different products that you're using, different techniques and study guides and subscriptions as well, right?
Yes,
And I
that's
read about an
correct.
app. Yeah, you go ahead.
Yes, we have subscriptions that is based off an app, but we use Teachable. So agents, students can have it right on their phone, and they could just study on their phone and they don't have to download it. That's been a big problem at the beginning. All my courses were downloadable. And of course, I'm in a different age bracket than the younger generations. And then a young man approached me and says, I don't want to download anything. It doesn't make sense. I don't want to use the storage. I want to have it in an app. So we approach Teachable, and Teachable actually let us use their app, and we upload all our systems into Teachable. So now they could be on the road anywhere. Just log into Teachable, and all of my courses are at their fingertips.
Beautiful. All right, Rick. What else would you like your listeners to know about the Nutty Professor? I love it. I'm calling you Nutty Professor now. The Nutty Real Estate
Every
Professor and the work you're doing.
And after a while, everybody starts calling me that instead of my name. It happens everywhere I go. People forget who I am and they start calling me the Nutty Professor. I'm very passionate about what I do. I take everything very literal. I love helping people. I love helping brokers establish their business. Because I am an educator, I actually do teach the broker's license. I take them from teaching the license to opening up their office to then coming back and training their agents. And I do this on a constant basis, and it was working very well. I still consider myself in the infant stage. There's so much more that I can offer, and there's so much growth to this business that I can offer a multitude of people. My goal is to be able to, have maybe once a quarter get together with a bunch of students or agents that want to promote themselves or want to get themselves to a next level. And I want to be able to coach them and motivate them as to how this business actually works. And one of the things I got to tell you that I find in my teaching, coaching, and my training of agents is that this business is not hard. It isn't hard. All you have to do is apply yourself 2 to 3 hours a day, be consistent. You have to be constantly what's that word is uh, the word skipped me. Going after customers. I can't remember.
Neither can I, but okay, it's all right. It's all
I
right.
can't remember the word at this point. Constantly be going after your customers, calling your customers, constantly be going after, people that want to sell for sale by owners, homes that didn't sell, areas that you should be marketing to. And
Yeah.
if you're
Hmm.
constantly doing this 2 to 3 hours a day, reality is that the sky is the limit. You don't need a lot of sales. One sales a month will put you in a very comfortable position.
And
Now
tell, oh,
imagine. Go
no,
ahead, go ahead.
I also want to know how does it work in Florida? What is like the real estate fee agent fee, all those type of things, if you don't mind explaining that when you're done.
Well, fees are negotiable.
Oh, okay.
So it's something that we're not allowed to talk about. FREC, Florida Real Estate Commission, doesn't allow us to talk about fees because it's a negotiable tactic.
Oh, okay.
So it's something that you'll have to talk to your agent or your brokerage at the time about the fees that are structured. I myself have three structure fees. So, if you want this, this is what you pay, and this is if you want this and this and this. We have three different levels, right? Silver, gold, platinum. Which way you want me to go, and that's the fee that I'm going to charge.
Got it. Amazing. Go ahead. Continue. I'm sorry. I interrupted
Oh,
before.
no, no, no. So basically, that's how it is in Florida. It's something that as a broker myself, and I teach my own agents as well, right? Because I have my
Yeah,
own agents. Uh, you have to be able to structure yourself when it comes to your professional fees, and it depends what the customer wants, right? Some customers, I only need this little bit. Well, then that's you're going to pay a fee for that. I want the whole thing. Well, then you're going to pay a fee for that. And the idea is to be able to sell the
yeah.
property at the end of the day. Right now, I would tell you homes are lasting about 90 to about 120 days on the market.
Got it.
And I will tell you, if there's anybody out there that is looking to buy, there is no better time than right here, right now. And I'll tell you this, and it's simply because right now sellers are in a position that they're willing to negotiate.
Yeah,
Sellers are in a position that they're willing to provide some money for your closing cost. So it's a great position. As a buyer right now, you're in a great position to negotiate.
got it.
If you wait for the interest to drop, there's not going to be no negotiating whatsoever. It's going to
Mm.
be top dollar, top price, over asking prices coming back. We may see homes prices rise again. I don't think we're going to have a market like we did in the COVID era,
Yeah.
but
What
I'm pretty
happened
sure.
during the COVID era? Would you mind sharing that with us?
Well, what happened with the COVID era was that the interest rate dropped so low. They were way below 4%. So anything under 4% is like free money. So many people wanted to buy, and that just
Mm-hmm.
shot up the prices to double. I mean, homes that were selling for 400,000 in 2017, in 2020, 21, 22, they were selling for 800, $900,000. So that happened because obviously interest rate dropped, and then
Mm-hmm.
everybody decided this is the best time to buy.
Got it. And what is happening with interest rates right now? Could you just share a little insight into what's happening in the market and all? Because
Sure, absolutely. The interest rate has dropped a little bit. We're about 6.25, somewhere around there. I do know that they are planning to drop the interest rate even some more.
Oh, good.
I do know that the our president wants to drop it somewhere in the fours or low fives, and that's going to spark a huge real estate boom. If anybody out there is thinking about getting into real estate, I would tell you, we're in October, November, December. This is the best time to get into it because starting next year, obviously, interest rates are going to continue to drop. And I do believe that 2026 is going to be an amazing year to be in the real estate business. So there's going to be a lot of buyers that are going to want to buy. It's going to be a lot of sellers that finally are going to want to sell. And here's what's happening. The sellers that bought anywhere between 18, 20, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, they got such a low interest rate, they're never going to sell until we offer the same interest rate again. So once that interest rate hits their peak, which is we're about to, and I would assume we will reach that next year, once we reach that peak again, then what's going to happen is these sellers are going to say, okay, now I'm willing to let go of my mortgage because I can get the same mortgage at the same interest rate and I can move on to the next house. So you're going to see a spark of a lot of sales from people that bought in that era.
Wow. Thank you so much. All right. Well, we still got more time together. What else would you like to add to your listeners and viewers today about you and, of course, the strides you're making and helping so many people succeed in this business?
I got to tell you, if you're an agent out there and you're stuck in a rut, Uh, just get motivated, man. This business is not hard at all. It's the word I was looking for before it finally hit me. It's called prospecting. If you just work 2 to 3 hours a day, you don't need money. There's multitudes of way of communicating with people, driving your car to someone's house, and talking to those sellers. There's a multitude of way of making money in the business. And I see this over and over and over again, where when I go to an office, I always ask who's the top agent here. And then I ask him, what do you do? And it's nothing that impresses me. He's just working the very basics of this business, which every single agent out there should be coming and working for an office that has the proper training to get them to be successful. And guess what? If they're not training you, come to me. I will train you. I offer trainings to agents one-on-one. And I also offer training to agents on a bulk, where we have a multitude of agents that I can train in how to be successful in this business. Most agents, what they need is motivation, and they lose this. Unfortunately, everybody's so accustomed to a 9 to 5, where you're being told what to do on a constant basis. And then when you come into this business, you have to have an entrepreneur mindset, because no one is pushing you. The broker is yours, train you, go work. Oh, you didn't get it done? Don't worry, I got 10 more people coming in. I train them, go to work. And you have to stay motivated. You have to stay engaged.
Yeah.
You have to continuously be learning. Learn, always be learning. I've been doing this 34 years, and I will tell you, I don't know everything. I am always learning. I always learn something new in this business on a constant basis.
Wow. I love hearing that. That's amazing. And so it's never too late to get into real estate. I'm 40, what, 7. And like everyone's telling me, go into real estate. You got a great personality. There's a lot. My friends, a lot of them are in it. And I'm like nervous. I'm like, wait, I did take the exam here in New York, ready back in like 2000, and I let it expire. So I would need to get recurring. But I'm scared for people to go into real estate. Really, you're saying anyone could do it. And now it's a good time. So that's promising to me.
Hey, it sure is. I think 2026 is going to be a bang year for real estate. Anybody who wants to get into it should get into it, should get proper training. Make sure you join an office that has the proper training, the proper guidance, because that's really the key. I often, as a professor, and I do teach it, and I do teach the basic license too. I teach a base from basic all the way to the advanced license. When I teach the basic license, the number one question that I am asked is, Rick, where do I go? Who do I go work with? My response, go where they're going to train you. And I always tell them, I said nothing about the commission, did I? I said nothing about your earnings. No, because what you make is doesn't make a difference. It's the training that matters. If you go to an office that cares, that wants to train you, wants to make sure that you are profitable, you will do well, extremely well. But it's the training that is key in the business of real estate.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. And at this time, I would love to share with everyone, how we can reach you and contact you. So, Rick, what are the best forms of contact? I'm on the website. Tell us what that is.
Well, the website, obviously, it's the best way to go. The website is the nuttyrealestateprofessor.com. You can go there. You could do all your searches there. You can get any appointment you want. You can get a one-on-one with me. I do coaching for real estate brokers and everything else. Or you can call me directly at 305-992-0682.
All right. And also some of these amazing stories and testimonials, shall I say. I got Rick of the Nutty Real Estate Professor, is an amazing professor of knowledge in real estate. He's easy to understand and learn from. I've recommended Rick to family and friends. He's an excellent instructor with a great personality. That's from someone named Randy Beth Brightman. Also, we have House Arbusman says that they passed the state exam on my first try. Rick was super generous with his time and really broke down the facts. understanding the underlying details makes the hard test much easier. So thank you, Rick. Also, Catherine telling us she had the opportunity to be part of a presentation today by you, the Nutty Professor, and it was the best I ever had attended. Not an overload of information, but a structure and tools that will actually help you. Also, no hype, emotional speeches, but very concise. And she also mentioned, oh, I can't read the rest of it because it just popped away. There she goes. No hype, emotional speeches, but concise and factual information. And she says, you're awesome. And there's plenty more of those came from. Let me just ask, at this time, if someone wants to reach out, is there a charge for a consultation or can they just give you a call?
No, they could just give me a call.
Perfect.
Obviously, I talk to them for free,
Good.
and then after that, once we establish what they need, obviously, then there'll be a fee.
Perfect. Thank you so much. You have a fantastic day. Pleasure getting to know you. And thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Bye, Rick. Enjoy the day. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.